Hello everyone, Donutland back with another video. Today I will be talking about H2O, just add water. First, I would like to say thank you for taking time out of your day to watch my video. Let me know if you agree with any of my points, and if you like this type of content, make sure to subscribe. Now, let's get into it. H2O was released on July 7th, 2006. This was one of my favorite shows back when I was a kid. I remember being so invested every week to see how Clear, Emma, and Ricky, and later Bella, would hide their secret from the world. Sadly, I'm not here to talk about why I liked the show. Here is why I don't like H2O, Just Add Water. Man, that's a title. First, let's talk about how the girls transform from human into mermaids from a single drop of water. I get that there must be some sort of conflict to keep the story going and to keep the girls cautious, but do you know how much water gets on us in one day? Like, no matter how careful you are or how careful you try to be, you will never guarantee, like you can never guarantee you won't get wet. Like a drop of water could come from anywhere, like literally anywhere. It can fly in the through the air from sweat, like a random water bottle, the dew in the grass in the morning, and like literally many other things, especially for three teenage girls that actively go to a public high school and they barely wear appropriate clothing to keep themselves dry. Like they're wearing short sleeves, shorts, and all that. Like literally water could come from anywhere and get on you. I mean, but understandably it's Australia, so I probably wouldn't be wearing long sleeves either because it's probably scorching there. But how their secret didn't get out throughout the 3 seasons of the show, it's beyond me.
So guys, we're going ultra juggle this. And another beat. Round of applause for the amazing
Speaking of their big secret, quote unquote, that brings me to my next point. Something that used to bug me about this show and still bugs me as I rewatch it for this video is how they try to so hard to keep their secret from their families because they are afraid that they will send them away to get chopped up and experimented on. They must die with this secret, right? But then they choose to tell all of the guys that they get in a relationship with, except for one. Sorry, Byron. Clear gets a job at a water park and doesn't cover her entire body while working right next to water, and they just use their powers willy-nilly. Then they yell at each other about using their powers and keeping their secret, and then they do the same thing the next episode. If they would have just told their parents, like their literal family members, instead of random boys that they have a crush on and they start dating, they would not have so much stress in their life. Because like from what I've stated, they obviously don't care about this secret. They don't care. Just because you're dating this person, that doesn't mean you have to tell them your biggest secret and then you're not telling your family members because you think whatever. Like, and I really don't even think that their families would send them off to get tested or whatever. Well, Emma's parents and Ricky's dad, no. I don't know about Don. Don seems a little iffy, but Don is much more trustworthy than Zane. Ooh. And that brings me to my next point. Point number 3. I never liked Zane. I knew I was never gonna like him after my first time watching episode 1 way back when. I still didn't like him and didn't want to like him when he had his redemption arc with Ricky. And now rewatching, let's just say I'll be nice for the video, but I still don't like him. This man is just straight up a bully. He's just a straight up bully. And we are made to believe that he had character development in the later seasons, but no. He still does the same thing, then apologizes with the whole, I'm not that guy anymore. I'm not that guy anymore. When he literally is. For example, in season 3, the final season of the show, Zane is challenged by a professional diver, Will. I don't think the first challenge was diving. I think it was something else. Or they were challenged and Zane lost. That's the moral of the story. They were doing something and Zane lost, and instead of taking his loss and going about his day and taking the high road, what does he choose to do? he chooses to challenge Will again in a diving match or something, and then he cheats with what's his friend name, Nate. Oh, I did not like Nate either. Nate was just so, he just irked my soul. But he decided to cheat in the diving match with Nate, and then this pushed Will to push his limits, and Will almost died.
Diving to that depth is not something you just do.
Oh, you mean it's something you don't do?
You want to know what I can do?
Will,
Then watch this. 60 meters.
later today, after you've worked up to it.
No, right now. You want to know what you'll get for your sponsorship money? Watch this.
You can't just dive. Your routine. Will!
He almost drowned. And instead of being concerned for Will, like, yes, Will probably shouldn't have let his pride get to him. However, instead of being concerned for Will, what does Zane do? He laughs at him and says, well, I'm just better. I'm just better. Ugh. Like, I never liked him. I never understood why Ricky got with him. Worst ship of the show. This is the worst ship of the show. If I had, I might make a video on ranking the ships of the show. This is my number one worst ship. I do not like Ricky and Zane as a couple at all. And like Zane, he needs to go back with, what's that girl's name? The one that used to follow him around all the time and swear that they were dating. What's her name? Miriam. That's her name. Miriam. She was so annoying, bro. Oh, she was so irritating. Every time I saw her on my screen when I used to watch this, I was just like, ugh, it's her. Like, I get it. We need that mean girl in these types of shows, or in these, it is a kid's show. So we need that mean girl. But she was so annoying. She wasn't even a likable mean girl. She was just irritating. But I'm not gonna get too much into her. I'll save that energy for my next topic. Charlotte. Now, before I go in on this girl, I just want to say that the actress Brittany Burns did an amazing job and convincing job in this role, because I have never hated a character so much in my life. Till this day, Charlotte is at number one for my most hated characters list. That's also another video. I may make a video like that as well. Stay tuned. Anyway, I knew from her introduction that she was going to be trouble, because that was when Cleo and Lewis had just broken up, and Little Donut Land was all for Cluis, or earlier, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to call their ship. Even though Cleo is the one that ended it, I still blame Charlotte. I don't care. I still blame Charlotte because she was just so annoying, and she got there, figured out her grandma was a mermaid, and felt that she had the right to be a mermaid as well, and just started to try to take things over. I hate that Cleo lost this weak fight between them. She should have started throwing hands instead of water balls. Like, it just upset me. Charlotte upset me. Like, Char was cool. Then she became a mermaid and just turned jealous and insecure with Lewis, like taking his phone, hiding his phone. What did she do? She put his phone on Do Not Disturb or something. Whatever she did, she turned his phone off and stole it or something.
So, you haven't spoken to Cleo today?
No. What was that for?
No reason. I get her some juices?
Yeah?
My treat.
Like, girl, calm it down. Calm it down. She was doing a lot, and she just got what she deserved in the end. Like, she would never be able to become a mermaid ever again. She wanted to become a mermaid so bad that she was doing dirty, grimy things to become a mermaid, and now she would never be able to be a mermaid again. And I also hated how they gave her all three of their powers, and it made it seem like she was just so powerful. Yeah, okay. But whatever. In the end, she got what she deserved, and she was looking dumb in that pool. She was looking dumb. Oh, I don't like her. That was my video for today. I hope you enjoyed. If you agree, or even if you disagree with any of my topics or any of my opinions, make sure to leave a comment down below. Again, thank you for watching. If you like this type of content, feel free to subscribe. I'll see you in the next one. Donut Land out.